I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different, and every breakup is different. Work with me, and you'll get professional help on your situation. Just click on the link in the description below, or go to my website, askcraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Kenneth, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about I'm afraid they'll move on quickly. Well, one of the hardest aspects of dealing with a relationship ending is fearing that that person is going to be able to walk away from you forever. And it can be really scary if there's another person involved. And what I mean is that your ex is now seeing somebody else. And I know because I've been in that situation. Well, I remember my ex basically left me for somebody else and immediately looked happy, and I couldn't believe it. I was absolutely devastated, and I was just convinced that that relationship was going to last forever. And for months I was absolutely devastated. And I know what you guys are going through. I've been in your shoes. I've lived it, and it is the worst. Because you start to compare yourself to this new person, and you start to think, well, your ex was amazing and you love them so much. Why would this new person not see that? And so you're afraid that they're going to see the person that you were in love with, and then that's it. So it can be really, really scary that they're just going to move on. They're going to forget about you. And I could tell you that those of us that have had attachment injuries and abandonment issues, especially in our early childhood, we're going to feel that even worse because we've been abandoned before, we've been traumatized before, and the pain and the hurt that we've had in that early childhood, we feel it again. And a lot of times we've forgotten what we went through in our childhood, but it comes back out, and it just is like a wrecking ball and just right to your chest, right? It's like the pain is right in your stomach and your chest. And so I understand how difficult it can be to think clearly and assess a situation when you're emotionally just completely devastated. You can't think straight, you're in a fog, you're sick to your stomach, you're just wondering what to do, how to handle it. You're going to friends and family, and I can tell you, please be very careful when going to friends and family. They're going to give you a lot of bad advice. A lot of people will try and sell you magic beans and like text your ex back. Like that is going to work. You've been with this person for 5 years, and they know you inside and out, and you think that just sending them a couple of text messages back and forth is going to make them forget about everything that's happened the last 5 years? I don't think so. That's not how this works. That's why I give you a lot of substance, so you can really learn about attachment and what's going on with attachment and trauma and all those things, because when you understand that, you can understand yourself and your partner better, and you know how to behave and adjust yourself, okay? So it takes a lot of work. This does not happen overnight, but you can do it. And believe me, I have success stories every single day. So keep up the hard work out there, guys. Believe me, you will get results. And if you don't get your ex back for some reason, believe me, you're going to get a much better quality partner the next time around. Trust me. So I have a really good email today from a guy who's in his late 20s, and the girl is in her early 20s. So he was telling me about the situation, and he said her parents are divorced, and she said that her father was very cold to her. Okay, so right there, you know she probably doesn't attach well with men. Think about that. If her earliest attachment with a man was cold to her, it's going to be very hard to trust any other guy. We met online and started texting for about a month before we met in person. As time went by, we've been through so many experiences together. We make each other laugh, and it's undeniable that we have chemistry together. We always talked about our future together and starting a family together. Life was amazing. Okay, but how long into the relationship were you guys talking about this? You didn't say. Last year, I decided to move away to pursue education in the health field in LA. My girlfriend, being from another state, didn't love the idea at first. She told me up front that she didn't want to do long distance. Okay, you have to think about this. She made it very clear she didn't want to do long distance. You can't ignore that. She decided to give it a chance, but warned me that the moment things went south, she would end it. Okay, so look at this situation. She's telling you, I really don't want to do this. I'm doing this, but if it goes down quickly, I'm out. So she was not very invested in this relationship at this point, and I could see why you'd be so scared that she would move on fast, because she really wasn't invested in doing this long distance. Okay. He said I would go up for one weekend every month, and after 9 weeks of school, I would go back home for a week and be with her almost every day. Sometimes she would get upset about the smallest things. She thought I had another girlfriend, but I didn't. She is insecure at times. Sounds like it. Sometimes a small argument would lead her to wanting to break up. Well, she warned you, she said, if things don't work out, I'm out. When I came home, things would be fine. She told me plenty of times that she's so lucky to have me and that she can't wait to move in together. We also promised that we'd work on our anger together as a couple. Okay, so you both have anger issues. Well, that tells me that you probably both have insecurity, you both have anxiety, and you don't have the skills to communicate appropriately and work through those things when they come up. And you're long distance, so that's going to get set off even easier because she already believes, for whatever reason, that you have another girlfriend. Our last argument that led to our breakup was stupid. She thought that I was being rude to her through text and thought I didn't want to be with her anymore. Well, that just comes from her insecurity. I calmly told her that I'm sorry for making her feel that way and that I had no intention of insulting her. She didn't accept my apology. Okay? Well, why and how did she get insulted? I didn't quite pick up on any kind of insult. I can see that you apologized, but I'm not sure what you did wrong there. I reminded her that we both decided to work on things. She said that she didn't want to change for anyone. Well, that would make me think they have an avoidant attachment style. Because people that have an avoidant attachment style are very quick to say, I'm happy with who I am and I don't want to change. This made me mad. I was trying for her, but she was doing the same. Yes, and it takes two people to make things work. So, like I said earlier, she wasn't really invested from the get-go once you were going to do long distance, and she told you that. I told her, we're done. Don't ever talk to me again, you liar. Oof, ouch. So, there's your anger, and it sounds like you have a lot of issues with emotional self-control, which is definitely going to turn somebody off. 3 days went by and I told her, we need to talk. I asked her, is this what you really want? She said she needed a break, and in a few months we'll reevaluate our relationship. She said she wouldn't be seeing anybody and that she just needed space. Well, I'll believe that when I see it. Honestly, when she told you that she needed a break and in a few months we'll reevaluate, that's what she was feeling in that moment in time. And I guarantee if 2 weeks later she met some other guy, her feelings would change, and so would her evaluation of the situation. Okay. I made a lot of mistakes during that break. I looked at her social media account and saw her going to these places I've never heard of before. I panicked, thinking that she was already seeing someone else. Yeah, that is really scary. I flooded her with text messages asking her to answer if she was planning to see other people, and then I would leave her alone. She replied, "Yeah," and stopped texting. So she probably was really annoyed and frustrated by your behavior, and so she said, yeah, she was going to see other people. Whether she meant that or not, I don't know. Or she was just upset at you, so she decided to act like that. I panicked and anxiety got the best of me. She ended up blocking me. Well, what does that mean? You didn't just panic and then all of a sudden she felt a disturbance in the force and decided to block you. You obviously did something. You must have been blowing up her phone, or maybe you sent her that handwritten letter. She ended up blocking you. I asked her again if she is seeing someone new and if she was planning to. She said no. I only said I was because I wanted you to leave me alone, but that only made you crazy. Yes, it does. That rejection will breed obsession and make you nuts, really. We didn't talk for a week. I also realized how selfish I was as a boyfriend and how I can better myself. I decided to write a long email. Oh, man. It sounds like you did do the handwritten letter, except it was an email instead. Boy. I decided to write her a long email that explained everything from what I was doing wrong, how I'll change, and how I'll see her more often. Well, let's see how this went for you when you did that. She said, "Nothing is ever going to change for us. Things will change for a little, then you'll go back to how it was before. I'm not going to do this crap with you anymore. I'm tired and done, and I don't want to give you another chance." But I bet you would have liked that if it was handwritten, right? You notice my sarcasm? Sometimes I get frustrated. I am always looking for the best ideas to share with you guys, and when I have somebody coming to me telling them that somebody else is trying to force the handwritten letter down their throat, it makes me frustrated, because that simply isn't what reattracts somebody, and that's not what gets somebody back. I know it's kind of like a mini grand gesture in a way, and you're desperate looking for answers, but this, I mean, email, handwritten letter, the results would have been the same. I did no contact after this. However, here comes more bad advice. My friend talked me into seeing her in person. Why, I tell you guys all the time, friends and family are going to give you bad advice. Here we have it. Hey, let's see what happens. My friend also said we have been with each other for 3 years and that we deserve to see each other face to face. So now your friend is trying to force her into a face-to-face. Let's see how this went. When I saw her, she said she wasn't happy to see me. I pretty much pleaded and asked her to give me another chance. I asked her when she knew that she didn't want to talk with me anymore. She said the week where we didn't talk, I was just happier. So there you have it. Friends giving you advice that I wouldn't tell you to do. I understand you guys are confused and you're anxious and you're desperate. I get it. It's scary. It's hard. And I tell you these things over and over again because I really know that even though you may have been watching my videos or have been watching my videos for months, you're still every day contemplating when your friend tells you to do something like this or do something like a handwritten letter. But you know, please, guys, just reach out to me. If anything, consider doing the email coaching so I can evaluate there and give you a plan. At least that will make you feel secure at, you know, that you have something in place. But obviously talking with me about it is going to help you a lot more than just that. But, you know, I understand not everybody can do the email coaching for whatever reason or another. Sometimes there's a language barrier because I work with people all over the world. But I hate to see you guys go through this. And I know because, you know, going through this myself is what really prompted me to want to help you guys. Because I've been in these horrific breakups where I literally was so depressed and anxious for months on end. And I know how hard it is, how scary it is. And now that I've been able to put this stuff together, that's why I'm always sharing it with you. So you guys can take it and start to get clarity for yourself and what happened and how to correct things. She said we would never talk again unless we became friends. Ouch. Wow. That sounds like an ultimatum right there, huh? She said that I was too stuck in the past. Oh man, she really sounds like an avoidant to me. Being afraid of cutting all ties with her, she said that we could be friends. I agreed. I wouldn't have settled for that. You don't get what you deserve in life. You get what you negotiate. And you're not going to settle for less than what you want. I wouldn't, because you're going to be unhappy. What, you're going to listen to this woman tell you that she's dating new people and sit there and have her talk about her new relationship? That sounds like torture more than anything. Maybe being friends gave me a chance. No way. You're not being authentic with her, and you're going to be miserable. I asked her if it was the distance, and she said that things would have probably ended up the same way if even I hadn't moved away. We said goodbye and joked maybe 4 or 5 years down the line we could try again. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Let me put you on backup for 4 to 5 years. I'll see how you're doing then. If I haven't found anybody, I'll come round, kick the tires, see how things look. Sheesh. Now she's got you in a 4 or 5 year waiting zone. Since the break, I've been doing a lot better myself. I've gone vegetarian, started playing basketball again, and lost almost 10 pounds. I've been learning how to soothe my anxiety. I have also watched your other videos about learning how to be her mountain. I have been doing my homework. I have been better, but I always find myself thinking about her and wondering if she even misses me. Her birthday is 2 months away, and I'm debating if I should even contact her since we're technically friends. Well, you're already focused on 2 months from now, and I understand because I've been in those shoes, man. I know you're so desperate to longing to reach out and connect with them, but that's not going to help your case, believe me. And no, I would not reach out for somebody's birthday. If somebody breaks up with me, that's it. I'm letting them know this isn't what I want. I do love you. I think you're great, and I want to work it out. Let me know if you change your mind, and then I'm moving on with my life. I'm not putting my life on hold for them. It's not fair, and it's not healthy. I mean, Household blocked me on Instagram. It's been a week since I saw her face to face, and I fear that she'll move on too soon and talk to someone else to forget about me. Well, there's a good chance she might start talking to somebody else, but if she was attached to you, she's going to revisit the idea of getting back with you. Now, in this particular situation, what you have going against you is that she didn't want to do long distance from the get-go, and so she may not change her mind. It's going to be a tough situation here. Doing no contact right now in hopes that she'll rethink things and hopefully move some of the anger and frustration she's feeling right now. I was thinking of breaking no contact to tell her that I couldn't be friends and if she changed her mind to call me, but that I wouldn't be waiting forever. What do you think, Coach? Well, no, I would definitely not reach out in that situation. I'm not going to break no contact, and no reaching out is really how I consider it. I'm not going to start reaching out just to tell them I'm no longer reaching out. What I'm going to do is, if they contact me, I'm going to say, look, I can't do just friendship. And if that's what you're looking for, you know, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to move on. I think of you in a lot more than just a friendly way. I want to be romantic with you. I love, you know, us being together as, you know, more than this, and I can't settle for less than that. And so I would definitely not reach out. I wouldn't reach out on her birthday. I wouldn't reach out to tell her you're not reaching out, and I certainly wouldn't write a handwritten letter because you already did something like that with the email and she got really angry at you. Leave her alone. Let her think these things through. She has attachment to you, I'm sure, and at some point when some of this anger subsides, she'll reconsider what you've had and revisit whether or not she'd like to pursue that. Now, this is a tough situation because she told you she doesn't want to do long distance, and you are long distance, so she may not change her mind, and unless you look like you are valuable enough and worthy enough, she's probably going to look at other people instead. But you never know. People change their mind and people change their feelings every single day. And believe me, I've seen situations that look absolutely hopeless and they get turned around. So you never know. But, let her come to you when she's ready. So, if you want to get my help personally, just go to my website, askcraig.net, sign up for the option that works best for you. I do email coaching, I do Skype coaching, and if you have to get with me right away, I do offer emergency after-hours coaching. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.